Welcome back to Year 6 of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, which we release every Monday. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie award-winning franchise owner, master trainer, president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and three-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. Now, Zaegyo is the Japanese translation of Japan Sales Mastery. Anata mo Present no Tachijin is the translation of Japan Presentations Mastery. My latest books are Stop Wasting Money on Training, and in Japanese, Training de Okane o Bunni Suru wa Yamimashou, and Japan Leadership Mastery. Now, we will translate that one very, very shortly. We're bringing the show to you from our High Performance Center in Akasaka in Minato-ku, the business center of Tokyo. Why the cutting edge? We're here to win in business in Japan. Let's all be at the forefront, at the cutting edge of how to flourish here in this market. Now, this is episode number 324, the younger generation are a handful. Sore de wa ikimashou. So let's get going. We're on the cusp of a change amongst youth in Japan. Those already entered into the workforce have memories of the Lehman Shock and the triple whammy of earthquake, tsunami, and nuclear core meltdowns, and the impact this had on the job market. They are looking for security of employee and family life because of the fragility of both were exposed to them in September 2008 and again in March 2011. They saw the dire straits of those who slipped into the part-time employee hell of low wages, no prospects, and everything tough, tough, tough. In 2016, only 6.9% of those in the 25 to 34 age group switched jobs. Now, that proportion has gone up quite a substantial amount since then, because what we've got now is quite a change in the prospect of those who are in their youth who can look at numbers of jobs available to them that were not available previously. You know, there's an entire generation who have come through, who have been born around the time of the Sydney Olympics in 2000. They've got little recollection of the Lehman debacle in 2008, and except for those with close links to the Tohoku region, vaguely recall the ordeal of the 2011 earthquake, tsunami, and nuclear core meltdowns. Now, they are going to graduate, after the Tokyo Olympics. They see part-time market filled with Asians, a lot of Chinese, particularly students working, doing their 38 hours a week. They're going to see driverless electric cars, they're going to artificial intelligence everywhere, the ubiquity of voice commands, bumptious robots, and the Internet of Things controlling their lives. Their demographic curve is in rapid decline. Their numbers are dropping every year and will be half the numbers we see today by the time we get to 2060. They are in big demand. The current employment rate is going to just sink even further. They will be free agents looking for multiple job offers and openings available to them. They will be the last juku or cram school generation because university entry requirements will collapse. They're already collapsing actually, except for the absolute elite institutions. A pulse and cash will be the only entry requirements. Tokyo University is going to cap the number of students on campus, but the rest of the country and these non-elite universities have no limits. These universities are hungry for fees. They're desperate to attract students. The millennial successor generation, who some are calling Generation Z, and Japan, you see that group here too, they'll have an entirely different perspective on education. Exam hell will mainly disappear as a cultural construct for the 90 to 95% who don't aim for the elite universities. So to find out more, we come back from the break. If you want to be successful as a leader, do the Leadership Training for Managers course. All companies need people who can both manage and lead. Leading people screams out for real skills in communication, dealing with all different types of people, being excellent at innovation, planning, delegation, handling mistakes, doing performance reviews really well, and inspiring and motivating the team. Do the Leadership Training for Managers course now in either Japanese or English. Are you doing business with Japan? Do you really know how things work? Japan Business Mastery provides the answers. Do you have the right networks and know how to create them? Do you know how to get on the same wavelength with Japanese buyers? Do you know what being trustworthy looks like from the Japanese perspective? Japan Business Mastery is based on more than 30 years experience in Japan and will become your go-to guide. Want to succeed in Japan? Buy Japan Business Mastery now. Welcome back. Mid-career hires are still an anathema for a few local Japanese firms, but that's really changed. They simply, cannot find staff anymore. So, and also what to do with the women was confusing for them as their structures were built on the old post-war model of husband works and the wife raises the kids. That has basically started to disappear. This whole concept will change and keep changing, and companies are going to have to learn to be more flexible about hours worked and leave. When the kids get sick, the husband is still unlikely to be dropping tools and heading off to the school to pick up Junior. The working wife will need to do that, and woe betide to any firm who doesn't cooperate, because others will, and she will move on. Today, some domestic firms look askance at employees having a profile on LinkedIn. This site used to be a pseudo job board, but it's become another source of useful information available for free. This will all add up to assisting greater job mobility, by the way. But recruiters will be, or are poaching people right, left and centre already. Firms are desperate to find young workers. The wooing to move, well, it's constant now. We've seen an aberration of Economics 101 where labour supply shortages have not yet resulted in wage growth. That won't last much longer. Certainly, this Generation Z generation, they're going to enjoy the financial benefits of powerful labour demand. The key word for this Generation Z will be, or Z will be, mendokusai, or bothersome. And anything duly defined will be resisted if it's mendokusai. Companies are going to struggle to lead this generation. The current millennials may become their immediate bosses, but the cultural divide between them is already vast. Middle managers in Japan are forced and faced with the greatest challenges of any generation of Japanese leaders. Unless they are properly trained for this onslaught, it's going to be a nightmare. This situation will simply outstrip the leadership answers usually tapped from on-the-job training. There is no roadmap for this eventuality because this is all a brave new world of leadership. Is anyone in Japan thinking about this? I would say, based on my observation discussion so far, the answer is not enough. You heard it here, folks. Winter is coming, and the younger generation are going to be a handful. I hope you enjoyed today's show, and so please subscribe on YouTube. Share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Become a regular. Hit the little bell icon to receive update notifications. Our website details are on screen now, www.dale-carnegie.cojp. It's packed with value, so certainly check it out. We try to offer as much value as possible, so you might also enjoy our other shows. In fact, we are releasing content 6 days a week. For podcasts, Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, Tuesday for the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday for the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show, Wednesdays for the Sales Japan series, Thursdays for the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday for the Business Pro Podcast Show, Fridays for the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays for Japan's top business interviews. Now, you get these wherever you get your podcast. Also, every Monday, we release the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. And every Friday, the Japan Business Mastery Show. Saturdays, every Saturday, we're releasing Japan's top business interviews. These are all on YouTube. We appreciate your support, and please let others know about it so they can benefit too. We want to make a contribution to helping people build their careers and businesses. And so please join with us in that endeavor. In episode 235, we were talking about your good old days stuff is boring and dull. So yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. Please join me for the next episode of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. We're here to help you. We've got one direction in mind for you and your business, and that is up.